Hi neighbors, my name is Hannah. Welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hippie Me, and welcome to today's video, which is just, okay. If you've watched my videos, if you've watched any of my hauls or my vlogs or my reviews, you might have noticed I'm really picky and really detail-oriented about the clothes that I wear, and especially the clothes that I actually choose to buy. Like, they have to fit a lot of qualifications to be worthy to come home into my wardrobe and for me to fork over my cash in exchange for them, because I have very specific standards. Not even necessarily high standards, just specific standards. Honestly, there are just not a lot of clothes in this world that I love wearing. And another way of saying that is, there are a lot of clothes in this world that I hate wearing. So I just want to share those items with you today and see if you share any similar ones, just out of curiosity. And even if you don't share similar ones, let me know in the comments below some clothes that you hate. And let's just get petty together. It's okay during this very consumptive time to set boundaries and say, no, I'm not gonna buy that because I don't like it. And you can't convince me to like this thing, cute advertising model. Okay, you look happy, but on me, I would feel grumpy wearing that thing. It's okay, you have to know that for yourself. Don't get sucked in. So let's get into it. One of the very first things that I hate wearing is like stiff, starchy, cotton button-up shirts. I hate it. It feels awful on the skin. It never looks right on me. It never looks flattering. It's very uncomfortable, especially if I'm gonna layer them with like a sweater over. Like you see like every mom in every commercial has like a white button-up top with like a sweater over it. Do you know how lumpy that looks? It's never a good look, and it feels awful. It feels like wearing paper around all day. I don't know why these shirts became the default go-to for professional clothing. That's why I wear turtlenecks all the time, because they're soft, but they still have a collar. And I hate stiff, starchy, cotton button-up shirts. They can go to hell. Let's move on. Next up, swing dresses. They never look right on me. I don't know if I've just never found the right size or the right style for me, but they're made for people with no hips, and I have hips. And what often happens in like swing dresses, and I'll also include t-shirt dresses and like hoodie dresses in this, is it's meant to be flowy, but because I have big hips, it's flowy and oversized on the top, and then it sticks to my hips, and then it looks stupid because it doesn't look like a swing dress the way a swing dress is supposed to look. So I hate wearing them because I know that I don't look right in them, and I feel uncomfortable. It sucks. It's not for me. I'm not doing it. Next, sweaters with no like cami or tank top or like t-shirt underneath. Just pure sweater on skin. No. Nuh-uh, can't do it. It's too itchy. It's too scratchy. And to be honest with you, I'm more likely to feel like I'm overheating if I'm straight sweater on skin, as opposed to having that other layer of like a cami or a tank top or a t-shirt in between. I'm just trying to figure out in my head why psychologically that would happen. But I think maybe the softer fabric feels cooler and there's more of a separation between my skin and the sweater. So my body doesn't pick up. I don't know. All I know is like I feel more likely to overheat when it's sweater fabric touching my skin. Maybe because it makes me itchy. I don't know. I just don't like feeling itchy and uncomfortable. I just don't. I always layer up under a sweater. Don't care how hot or how cold it is. I'm never gonna wear just a sweater on skin. Next, after that, jeans. This is probably controversial, but can I just say, why did we spend several decades trying to convince ourselves that jeans were comfortable? Making stretch jeans and skinny jeans and wide leg jeans and fancy jeans and relaxed jeans, like all these different types of jeans, so that we try to make them comfortable and make them fit our bodies. But guess what? They're not comfortable. Have you ever touched a pair of jeans and been like, oh, that's a great fabric that I want to put against my body for 8 hours today. They're hard. They're cotton. The seams are big and they like dig into your body. They don't even look that good. We just decided for some reason that jeans are a neutral and go with everything, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of other things I'd rather wear besides jeans, and they just don't feel that good, and they're always too tight, and they suck. And I don't like to wear them. It took me a while to come to this conclusion. I think I was just so brainwashed with the like, everybody needs a good pair of jeans. And like, no, I don't. Thank you very much. I don't like them. Jeans have rejected me, honestly. So I am happy to reject them. If you don't have love for me, why should I try to have love for you, jeans? Thank you. Goodbye. Next. Empire waistlines. I don't know why we all thought in the year 2004 that this was like the most flattering thing you could put on a woman was an empire waistline. It is not. Your natural waist, the bottom of your rib cage, that's where everybody hits their hourglass. Not empire waist, not right below the bust. I remember being a teenager and getting several empire waist tops because Stacey London and Clinton Kelly on What Not to Wear said it was like the best thing since sliced bread and it was the most flattering thing for everybody, okay? And my my older brother used to like say something about that they were prego tops. And I was like, what does that even mean? And, you know, tops for pregnant ladies or whatever. And to be honest with you, looking back, he's not wrong. It was not the most flattering appearance for me or anybody. It makes the belly look more round and rotund and pronounced. And if you're someone who's trying to minimize your belly, it's probably not the best for you. So I'm not into an empire waistline for me. Next, low-rise pants. Oh boy, if we're talking about the year 2004, all we were doing was empire waistlines and low-rise pants. And God almighty, was it an awful time to be in middle school. Oh, God. The amount of butt cracks that were seen in school chairs. Low-rise jeans, low-rise pants, they just didn't come up enough to cover the butt. And if you moved at all, you were gonna be revealed. They might have been fine for people with a more straight up and down type of shape, but for me as a curvy lady, it was a bad scene. I hate the feeling that my pants are about to slide off, and I hate also the feeling that I have to like belt my pants onto me, and if I don't buckle my belt tight enough that they're gonna slide off. Also, can I just say, spending, 5 or 6 years constantly belting my pants right at my hips where low-rise pants fit me before high-rise pants became the craze. I developed low-rise pants rolls, and I've got to say, it's not my favorite type of roll to have. I much prefer my high waistline rolls because at least then I have an hourglass figure. Yeah, low-rise pants are just not flattering on most people. You have to have a very specific body type for low-rise pants to even feel good on you, let alone look good. It's not. I don't like the feeling that my pants are about to fall off. No thank you. Bye, next. I hate wearing any cardigan that needs to be buttoned all the way down, whether it's a cropped little cardigan or whether it's a full length like dress that's like a cardigan dress and you want to button it all the way down. It never looks good. It's another thing where like even if I buy a size or two that's too big for me, I cannot get it to look good, to look like the buttons are all like buttoned and laying flat and not like pulling apart, and then I'm like to try to get it to button up, and it gets really frustrating because I'm like, why does it look so nice in the picture but looks like shit on me? And it's not even because I'm curvy. I think it's just because it's a stretch knit, and anytime you have a stretch knit, you can stretch it to close, and inevitably it's going to stretch back to try to return to the unstretched state. And there's not really anything you can do about that. I just hate looking like I'm like busting out of my clothes, and that's one of those things that always looks like that, and I hate it. Also, I've got to say, I really don't like bootcut jeans. Have you seen bootcut jeans, man? It's another one of those things from the early 2000s that like I look back on it and I'm like, why did we all think this was cute? Thank God someone came up with a skinny jean because boot cuts just looked so weird. The amount of flare in the jean being so small. The jeans didn't flare that much below the knee, and the flare didn't start until you were already down like mid calf or even the bottom of the calf, and so it just created this like weird look in your leg where it's like tight through the hips and the knee and like the top of the calf, so your calf looked like bulgy, and then you get this like weird, like it wasn't like a straight leg jean and it wasn't like a full-on flare where it felt like a style. It's just like this kind of like wonky like extra fabric that didn't really know if it was supposed to be there. And what I don't get, again, my brother has made the point of like boot cut jeans, are they supposed to go over the boots or inside the boots? Because people have been wearing their jeans inside their boots forever, but boot cut jeans add a bunch of width and a bunch of fabric there. So you're gonna cram all that fabric inside your boot or go over your boots so nobody can see your cute boots that are made for walking. They just confuse me. And they never really looked good. And again, I don't know why we all decided that they should be the standard jeans for like 5 years. No, thank you. No. Next, real animal fur. It creeps me out. I don't like it. Like, I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan. I don't have anything morally against eating animals because I feel like it's all part of the ecosystem and there's a certain nature to it. I think that the way that we like overdo production of meat and eggs and dairy and stuff causes a lot of animal cruelty, and I hate that. But as much as I am on board with eating meat, I cannot for the life of me get behind the idea of killing an animal just to use its skin for clothing. In the year of 2021, we have plenty of other options for fabrics and at all sorts of different levels of affordability. If anything, furs are more expensive and more luxurious. And I hate the idea of animals just being killed to use their furs to make luxurious coats for pompous rich people. Ew, I hate that. Same with home decorating and like taxidermy and stuff. I hate that. Like, what's the desired look? You have a bear pelt on your floor. What does that say about you? You have a taxidermy deer head on your wall. What is the message supposed to be? And the same thing, if you're walking around wearing fur, why? What message does that send? Why do you like how that looks? Why is faux fur not good enough for you? Why did an animal have to die so you could look like you're a fuzzball? Like, get over yourself, stop wearing fur. The next two are kind of two sides of the same coin that kind of make it really difficult for me to find shirts. Because one, I hate anything that makes me sweat, like non-breathable fabrics, like this one, which literally feels like a parachute. It's awful. So I hate fabrics that make me sweat, and I also hate fabrics that show my sweat. So most breathable fabrics tend to be sweat showing. So it's a very hard balance to find something in between. That's why I tend to go for a lot of jerseys in my tops and a lot of like thick sweaters where like, yeah, I'm probably sweating, but you probably won't see it from the outside. Or if I do wear something that would show my sweat, I get it in a very dark color. I usually get black shirts a lot because I don't want anyone to see my sweat. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. We all sweat. I drink caffeine and I have caffeine sweats, but does that mean I'm gonna stop drinking caffeine? Of course not. It's too late for that, hun. So just 3 left. Next, I hate wearing anything that is cultural appropriation or that could be considered cultural appropriation, or that I'm not sure if it's cultural appropriation, because I am so afraid of offending somebody. Like, I know I'm white. I know I'm the race of the colonizers and the oppressors. I wasn't physically there doing slavery, but I benefited from it because my ancestors did, you know? So like, I want to be as respectful as possible of the cultures that were wiped out by my ancestors, because a lot of times that's what cultural appropriation is like those are the symbols that are being used in cultural appropriative clothing, and I try my best not to wear prints and textiles and patterns and styles that are native inspired, but they're being manufactured by a big like white corporation rather than buying fashion from actual Native American brands run by Native American people. Like if I want to wear something Native inspired or using those prints and kind of honoring Native culture, I'm going to buy it from actual Native American people, not from a made in China company that's just kind of mimicking the look of a culture that's not theirs. If I'm going to take from a culture that is not mine, I want to pay the correct culture because it's their artwork and their designs that are being used. So they're the ones who should be paid for it, you know? But even then, I still get a little wary about like, I don't know if it's a bad idea for me to like, I get nervous. So I just try my best to steer clear of anything that could be culturally appropriated. I just don't want to cause anybody offense by accident or on purpose. Definitely not on purpose and hopefully not by accident, you know? So that's my thought. Next up, puffer jackets and puffer vests. I've just never liked them, man. I see a puffer jacket and I see the Michelin Man. And it's one of those things where like, I feel like I would be just as warm in a pea coat, like a wool coat or like some other kind of jacket as I would be in a puffer coat anyway. Because something about puffer coats, I just don't feel that warm in them. Like I like the heaviness, the heavy feeling of wearing like a sweater and a wool coat and like a heavy scarf and stuff. And with a puffer jacket, it's so lightweight that like unless I'm like shoveling the driveway or doing something really active, like if I'm going to go sledding or something back in the day, then it kind of makes sense to wear a puffer. But these days, it's not for me. I don't like it. Last thing, okay. I could go on a whole rant about this. I hate wearing anything that is not supportive of the boobs, the girls, but also does not provide enough coverage that I can hide a bra in the shirt or the dress or the jumpsuit or whatever. Like, these ladies need support. I'm sorry. I'm a G cup. I'm not playing games here. For the sake of my neck and my shoulders and my back, these ladies need support. And there are lots of ladies who are bigger than me, and it's not fair. It is rude, in my opinion, to design something that requires me finding some sort of pasty or whatever. Like, oftentimes, if a jumpsuit or something does not have enough coverage to cover a bra, it is also not going to cover the only supportive type of pasty thing, which is the one where like you suction cup it onto your boob and then you lift it up and you like latch it up here. Well, guess what that is? The shape of a bra. If it covered all of this, then I would have enough room to just wear a bra. You're asking me to wear a little sticker over my nipple and spend the whole night with these ladies just wobbling and gobbling around and just like sitting, dropping, drooping low, swing low, sweet chariot. What? That's rude. Excuse me? You want me to have back problems? You'd like to pay for my medical bills? Okay, that'll be great. Take me to the chiropractor? You'll pay for it? All right, fine. But if you expect me to spend hours wearing some sort of design that has no support and does not offer enough coverage that I can provide my own support, you're rude, you're hateful, you're discriminatory. It's over. No, absolutely not. Thank you very much. I will not be taking any questions at this time. Anyway. So those are clothes that I hate wearing, and this video ended up being longer than I thought it would, but I obviously just had like a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings that I needed to get out about those types of clothes. Anyway, let me know what you're thinking. Do you have any clothes that like just you hate wearing? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what other people have to say. Am I the only crazy one that has a list of a bunch of clothes that I hate wearing? Or are there other people out there too? Please let me know in the comments below. While you're down there commenting, I do hope that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and set your notifications to all so you can keep in touch with everything going on here in the neighborhood. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you and your time and the fact that you are spending your time here with me. So much love. Bye.